My boyfriend told me to sleep on the floor. My boyfriend wants me to crash on the floor because he's being selfish. It makes me wonder about his feelings and where we're going. Never thought one choice could mess up my life so much. I'm 24, and I thought I knew what I was doing when I moved in with Mark. He's 35, seems steady, and I thought he was perfect when we met through friends 2.5 years back. We started off great with respect and love. I liked how smart he was, how chill he seemed, and that he had his act together. Something I wanted too. 5 months ago, I packed up and left my cozy little place to move into his. It felt right, like we were getting serious. His apartment's way bigger, in a quiet area with everything close by. It felt stable, unlike my life before. At first, living together was amazing. We cooked, watched shows, and planned stuff. But things changed when Mark got a new job 3 months ago, with overnight shifts. I didn't realize how much it would mess things up, for both of us. Mark gets home super tired between 4 and 6 a.m. and needs to sleep. So he asked me to leave the bedroom when he gets in. At first, I tried to get it. I knew his job was tough and sleep was important. But after a while, it started to suck. Our bedroom's awesome for sleeping. Dark, quiet, and cool because of the blackout curtains. But the living room, total opposite. The sun blasts in, making it hard to sleep. The couch is tiny and uncomfortable, and the floor kills my back. We have an air mattress, but our cat's probably gonna pop it soon. Even though I'm not comfy, Mark says I'm selfish for wanting to stay in the bedroom. He says I make the room too hot and my movements bother him. But what about me? It feels so unfair that I'm the one suffering while he won't budge. We talked about getting a better couch, but he doesn't want to pay because, according to him, it's my problem. I'm losing it. I don't know how much longer I can give up sleep and comfort for him. It's not just about being tired. It's about feeling ignored and unappreciated in my own home. How did this happen, and what do we do from here? Night shifts were supposed to help Mark get ahead at work, but they're messing up more than just his sleep. They're messing up us. He needs total darkness and quiet to sleep. His body's already messed up from working nights, and any little thing can keep him awake. I get it, I really do. But it still sucks when he tells me to leave the bedroom between 4 and 6 a.m. I went along with it at first because I wanted to support him, and I thought I could handle it. But it's rough. Our living room is nothing like our bedroom. The sun comes in like crazy in the morning. We don't have blackout curtains. The couch is small and not comfy at all. I can't stretch out, and I always wake up aching. The floor's out of the question. Too hard. And the air mattress? Our cat's already popped it once. It's gonna happen again. Every morning, I'm fighting with these terrible sleep arrangements, trying to get a few more hours in. But it's not just about being uncomfortable. It's about getting annoyed and frustrated all the time. Each morning, I get kicked out of the bedroom. Feels like another thing I'm giving up for Mark. And it never ends. We argue about finding a solution, but it goes nowhere. We talked about a new couch, but Mark won't chip in. He says he already pays most of the rent and bills and that I should be able to afford it myself. This money thing makes it worse. Like my feelings don't matter as much as his. I'm just tired all the time, physically and mentally. I hate when morning comes because I know I'm going to be uncomfortable and angry. I feel stuck, like I have to choose between supporting Mark and getting some sleep. We started arguing in whispers, but now it's full-on fights. Mark comes home tired and cranky, and seeing me in bed sets him off. "You're so selfish," he'll say, sounding exhausted. "I just need a few hours, and you can't even give me that." It hurts because it feels like he doesn't care about what I'm going through. I try to tell him how the living room's too bright, the couch is too small, and the air mattress is doomed. But he doesn't listen. He needs sleep more than anything else. It's not fair, I'll say, getting mad. Why do I have to give up my sleep for you? I'm tired too. I have to work in a few hours, just like you. Mark sighs and rubs his head, like he's trying to make the headache go away. You don't get it. My job's hard, and I need sleep to do it. You can sleep later. I can't. These talks usually end with someone storming off, and you can feel the tension in the air. It messes with me a lot. I started hating when he came home because I knew we'd fight. I got angrier every day. Every morning I spent on the couch or staring at the ceiling. It wasn't just about being uncomfortable. It was about feeling ignored. I felt like my needs didn't matter. Mark wouldn't budge, which ticked me off even more. How couldn't he see it was hurting both of us? One fight stands out in my mind. It was Saturday morning, and I'd stayed up late, hoping to sleep in. Mark came home looking beat and told me to get out of the bedroom. When I hesitated, he snapped, "Why are you being so difficult? Just go to the living room. It's not a big deal." "Not a big deal," I yelled back. "Easy for you to say. You're not the one sleeping on a love seat or dealing with the cat wrecking the air mattress." "I'm tired too, Mark." "Well, maybe if you paid more, you could afford a better place to sleep," he snapped back. "I'm paying for almost everything here. The least you can do is let me sleep." That one hit hard. It wasn't just about the money, it was about what it meant. I might not pay as much, but it was still a lot for me. I felt small, like I didn't matter. I started to cry. "That's not fair, Mark. I moved in here to be with you, to support you. But I feel like I'm giving up everything, and you won't even try to meet me halfway." He looked a little sorry. "I'm sorry," he said, but he didn't sound like he meant it. "I just need sleep, okay? We'll work something out. Maybe next month, when I have some extra cash, we can get a better couch." But next month seemed so far away, and it didn't sound like he was serious. It kept happening, and we kept fighting. We started to drift apart. I started avoiding him when he got home, slipping out of the bedroom to avoid the fight. I'd curl up on the couch, feeling achy, and wonder how things got so bad. The anger turned into something mean, eating away at what we had. "Mark, we need to talk," I said, trying to stay calm. "This isn't working for either of us. What if we get a new couch, something comfier, that I can sleep on in the mornings?" He looked at me, looking tired and annoyed. "I already told you, I can't buy a new couch right now. I pay 70% of the rent and bills, plus both car insurances. My paycheck only comes once a month, and things are tight." "I get that you're struggling too," I replied, trying to stay chill. "But so am I. This love seat is killing my back, and the living room's bright as heck in the mornings. Can't keep losing sleep like this. Maybe we can split the cost of a couch. I can pay half." He sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I don't see why I should pay for something I don't even want. You're the one who wants the couch, so you should pay for it." His words kinda hurt, but I kept going. "We're a team, Mark. This is about finding something that works for both of us. I'm willing to chip in, but I can't pay for the whole thing myself. Can't we work something out?" Mark's face softened a little, but he still looked worried. "Look, I get it. You're not comfy, and that's not cool. But I really don't have the cash for a new couch right now. Maybe next month, after I get paid, we can check it out." Next month. It felt like maybe a good thing, but also kind of bad. It was a bit of hope, but also meant another month of no sleep and getting annoyed. "Okay," I said quietly, "but we gotta make sure it happens. I can't keep doing this." Mark nodded, but I could tell he was still tense. "I know. We'll figure it out." In the meantime, we tried to deal with things. Mark told me to use earplugs and an eye mask to block out the light and noise. It kinda helped, but the love seat was still awful. My body hurt from being cramped, and I kept waking up in the mornings, 'cause I couldn't get comfy. Mark tried to be more aware. He started coming home quieter, tiptoeing around so he wouldn't wake me. But the problems didn't go away. The money stuff and not finding a fix made things feel bad. One morning, I was a mess. I was crying on the love seat, and my body hurt with every move. I felt stuck. I needed sleep, but I also wanted to support Mark. The air mattress was useless. The cat had already popped it, and we couldn't risk it again. Mark walked in and looked sad. "I'm sorry," he said quietly, sitting next to me. "I know this isn't easy. We'll get through it, okay? Just a bit longer." His words were supposed to help, but they just showed how far apart we were getting. How much longer could we do this? The quick fixes weren't working. They didn't fix the real issues. As the weeks went by, next month felt far away. My hope was fading. The love seat, the fights, the lack of sleep. It felt like it wouldn't end. Something had to change. How much more could our relationship take before it broke? One night, after another fight with Mark, I told my best friend Jenna everything. "Am I being too much?" I asked, my voice shaking. "Am I being selfish?" Jenna listened, looking worried. "Honestly, it sounds like you're both having a hard time," she said. "But it doesn't seem right for you that you are the only one making changes. Relationships are about working together, and it doesn't sound like Mark is doing that." Her words helped a little, but I wanted more than that. That night, I told my story on a forum. With all the details, I was annoyed, and it felt like I didn't matter, and my body was tired of everything. I waited for help. The replies came in fast. Some were nice, some were honest in a brutal way. Some people agreed with Mark, saying it was important for him to sleep and that he was paying. Others didn't like how he was, saying he wasn't doing his part to work together. One comment stuck with me. "You should be comfy too. This isn't just about the money. It's about respecting each other. If he doesn't get that, then maybe it's time to think about being in this relationship." Another comment had it, "Why not look for a used couch that you can both pay for? Or try moving stuff around to make it easier to sleep." As I read, I started to see things differently. I wasn't bad for wanting a spot to sleep. What I needed was just as important as what Mark needed. Not resting right and not feeling good wasn't doable. Something had to give. Especially one comment made me understand something that was very necessary. You need to talk to him calmly, as this is very serious and must be handled with care. If he has feelings for you, there is always a solution that you both can agree. 1. The help from strangers made me change my mind. I wasn't going to let this keep getting me down. I needed to stand up for myself. The next day, with the help I got, I talked to Mark. I said how I felt, how the way things were making me tired. I told him what the practical people suggested at the forum. They suggested that we both find a solution. At first, Mark felt at fault, but as I talked, he calmed down. He said he'd look at used couches and move stuff around to make it easier for me to sleep. It wasn't perfect, but it was a better thing and a step in the right direction. The next weekend, we moved a used couch and moved stuff around. It wasn't as comfy as a new couch, but it was way better than the love seat. I got to sleep a bit more each morning. As we were working together, I started being hopeful more again. Mark was willing to work with me and find a solution because he cared. It wasn't easy, and there were still times that things were rough, but we were getting somewhere. Over the next few weeks, the mood in our home got better. We argued less, and I wasn't as irritated. We were learning to talk better, to listen, and to find something that worked for both of us. It wasn't perfect, but it was a realistic change and movement towards a stronger, more supportive relationship. We still had things to go, but it has been so long that our future together felt hopeful. The partnership would create a comfortable home. The biggest lessons was to be open with each other. The problem was we weren't talking with each other. We started to be more involved and listen to each other instead of an immediate argument, and that helped to find peaceful places to grow. It was a friendly reminder that the both of the couples should be able to meet halfway in a debate or solution. As I was more comfortably than weeks in my new couch, there were no more frustrations, more moments for the both of us in relationship, and everything was falling in place. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stories on this channel.